Okay, so yesterday my sister told me something, which is that I posted two posts about this woman of who I won't mention. Yeah, she said that if I don't take these two posts down, I mean, technically it wasn't two posts. She said if I don't take my posts all down, implying that all my posts are about her and I'm only thinking about her. I don't know. It's just not being very brief, but I made two posts. One where I said it was unfair how she was going to get a four-bedroomed house when there's people that are paying, living in tiny studio flats and they are only able to afford the rent because they're working all the time, and us saying it's unfair. And then I made a second post where I took a comment that she made to me, which I felt was very rude, very brief, but very insulting as well. Also implying that all my posts were just bullshit. I mean, my posts are full of things about me being God and proof and evidence of it, full of intelligence, full of things that you can learn, full of wisdom, full of, there's so much good and intelligence and academics within it. And yet the only thing that she cares about is the two posts that are about her, but she sort of implies that all my posts have been about her and that I've been making loads of posts about. Okay, I have made a couple of videos about, but I make videos about a lot of things. So if she's watching my YouTube videos and if she's looking at my Facebook page and the only thing she can think about is her, it just shows what a kind of horrible person she is, basically. And then I was just thinking, my sister told me yesterday that if I don't take those posts down, she's going to come round to my house to beat me up. Okay, by saying things like this to me or telling my sister to tell me things like this, she's actually just digging herself into a bigger hole because I'm seeing her for the person that she is. Now I'm thinking, is the government really going to help fund a four-bedroom house with three living rooms for a woman that has an 8-year-old, a 21-year-old, and an 18-year-old? She shouldn't be getting any kind of big housing. Her benefit claims need to be less because she's only looking after one child. And I don't even think people looking after an 8-year-old should be getting huge amounts of benefit. Why? Because they can take the child to school and the mother can work. There shouldn't be much excuse. I suppose if she's got mental issues or a real problem other than just stupidity, then I guess there's something to it. But yeah, I don't know her finances, but I know she's not working and hasn't worked for a long time, probably ever. And I think I don't know if she's getting benefits from the father, but I'm assuming so. The father is a nice guy, but I feel like he's also blind to problems, and I think he assumes that. I mean, he's had a kid with my sister, so that kind of says something. Because my sister cannot look after children, and she just came out of a facility after losing her child because they deemed that she's not capable of looking after children. So if he thought that having a child with someone like that is a good idea, well, it's not really, because it means that you're going to have to take time off work. You're going to have to take full responsibility for the child. So I don't know, he should have thought about that. But I guess I think he's being too nice and he's too assuming that everyone's all the same and that Sophie can do it. And I was thinking the same thing. I used to think she could do it too. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going back to this other person. She thinks that it's fine to look at all my posts and about me being God, about the intelligence and the angel names and the dates and how I'm controlling everything. And the only thing she can do is think to beat me up over two posts that I made about her where I called her a government scrounger. That just shows what kind of person she is. But it just also makes me think, what was her real plan in getting this four-bedroom house? What happens if the government didn't? This is why I don't like the idea of governments paying for my rent, because what happens if they just cut my claim? If I'm paying for living in a house and they're paying £2,000 each month for me to live there, and if they say, sorry, we're not going to give you this money, your children are too old now, we're not going to give you the money, what am I going to do to get that money if I don't have a job, and if I don't know how to get a job, and if I've never had a job, and if all this. So and then I'm just thinking, well, Sophie's got quite a lot of money in a bank, and Sophie's got two houses and an income. Even if she's not working, one of the houses is getting quite a lot of rent that she's not managing. I'm the one that's managing it, so she's basically doing nothing and just getting free money every year from the government. She's also got autistic benefits that come through, which is quite a lot of money. Her autistic benefits are more money than what I she can make more money in it. I haven't made anything in the last year, so she's making more money every year than I make in a day, or no, the other way around. She's made more money in a month than I would make in a whole year because I have not worked in over a year. But I don't need the money because I've got enough in my bank and I can stop working. So technically, she can stop working. She can't look after the kids, but she can afford to look after things. But if the government don't pay for this house, it's going to fall on Sophie. It's going to fall on, you've got money. We need to pay this rent money. You're living with us. You have to pay the rent because the government does. So it's like a fallback. And Sophie's insulting me and criticizing me and saying that I shouldn't make these videos because I'm angering her and she's wanting to beat me up and she's refusing to help and she's doing this. But I feel like a part of this is she if the government don't pay for this house because social services are not involved in this, they have no clue what's going on there, then they're not making any arrangements to guarantee that there's nothing in place. I don't know who's paying for this massive house that they were going to have, and I'm assuming the government. But if the government refuse because Sophie's got two houses and they shouldn't be paying money to house her and her partner, and therefore it's just like, well, then the bill is going to fall on Sophie. And so Sophie's criticizing me for angering this woman when there's a possibility that this woman could actually just be using my sister to try and to buy this house on the belief that the government is all going to pay for it, when really I don't know if they are. I mean, if she's got two kids that are over 18, then she shouldn't be getting any type of massive amount of money. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't trust my sister because I think she's very stupid. I think Marco is just happy to just go with whatever other people want, which I think is a very stupid thing if you're following stupid people. And yeah, I'm going to meet them though next week. My parents have booked a weekend thing in 2 weeks' time, so it might be a bit awkward being around them because they don't think I should be making these videos. But I don't understand why they don't think I should be making these videos, because if this woman is just, I mean, technically he's got 3 kids with her, so I'm assuming that's why he's on her side. But I don't think he should be on her side, because I don't think she is on his side. If she is on his side, she would be getting a job. She would not be wanting to rely on him. I don't know if she's relying on him. I don't know if he's paying childcare. I'm assuming he is. Maybe but if someone's going to see my post about me being God and about me, controlling all the angels and controlling their birthdays, if someone's going to read all these posts that I'm posting constantly, and the only thing they can think is that they want to beat me up because of the post where I say she's a government scrounger, if that's what the sort of thing that's going through our head, then it reminds me of like an AI. There's AI real people who are real people who have real brains and real thoughts and really want to do what's best, to try and learn, to try and develop. And then you've got these stupid AI people that just want to rely on other people, just rely on the system, rely on government, and they're just not thinking for themselves. And so that's the difference between real intelligence and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence just wants everyone else to do the work for them, and then they can just reap off the benefits. And then there's real people that say, I want to do it myself. I don't want to be artificial intelligence. I want to be real intelligence. Watched a video about artificial intelligence. It just reminded me of the two types. They were talking about our artificial intelligence and how it's formed inside bodies, and I'm just thinking, this sounds like humans. Artificial intelligence sounds like some stupid humans. But yeah, she ain't gonna like the post that I said. Sorry, I'm God. That's my view. I am entitled to my view. Now, if the only thing you can think when you watch these videos is how wrong I am for saying that, insulting you, then I just think you're stupid. I think you're very stupid.